Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. The 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom 750 has arrived, and with it, a wave of nostalgic appreciation for one of Honda's most quietly iconic cruisers. Known for its dark aesthetic, low-slung profile, and unshakable reliability, the Shadow Phantom 750 has always carried a certain mystique on the road. Now, in 2025, Honda gives it a thoughtful update that doesn't betray its roots. Whether you're a seasoned rider or someone who's always admired cruisers from the curb, the new Shadow Phantom draws you in with its clean lines, matte finishes, and just enough modern edge to stay fresh. It's more than just a bike, it's a statement. One that says you ride not for speed, not for flash, but for the soul-soothing rhythm of the open road. And Honda, as always, knows how to deliver that soul with simplicity and precision. As you first lay eyes on the 2025 Shadow Phantom, the minimalist cruiser charm hits you like a deep bass note. It still retains that stealthy blacked-out treatment that gives the bike its Phantom identity, but Honda's design team has subtly reworked key elements to bring it into sharper focus. The headlamp now features a compact LED unit with a more pronounced bezel, giving the front a slightly aggressive, modernized gaze. It's flanked by minimalist blacked-out fork covers in classic 41mm front forks, with rubber gaiters adding a hint of retro appeal. The fuel tank is sculpted and broad, balancing well against the bike's low-slung profile and drawing attention to the perfectly proportioned V-twin heart at its center. The engine, a time-tested 745 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled SOHC V-twin, is essentially the soul of the Shadow Phantom. With a 52-degree cylinder angle and fuel injection, it remains one of the smoothest and most manageable midsize cruiser engines on the market. It produces a healthy 44 horsepower and around 64 Nm of torque, delivered low in the rev range for that classic cruiser pull. The throttle response is intuitive, and the power band is broad and relaxed, perfect for weekend rides through winding country roads or lazy coastal stretches. The 2025 model carries over Honda's impeccable engineering, but with minor internal tweaks to improve thermal efficiency and meet the latest 5 Euro plus emission standards. It's quiet when you want it to be, but that low-end rumble through the 2x2 blacked-out exhaust pipes is satisfying enough to stir the spirit of any cruiser fan. From a riding perspective, the Shadow Phantom continues to be a masterclass in accessibility. With a seat height of just 25.8 inches, it welcomes shorter riders with open arms. The ergonomics remain upright and neutral, with forward-mounted pegs that give you that feet-forward cruiser posture, but without going overboard. New for 2025 is a reshaped saddle with improved cushioning for both rider and passenger, enhancing long-distance comfort. The bike's curb weight hovers around 549 pounds, but thanks to its low center of gravity and balanced chassis, it never feels cumbersome. In fact, in city traffic or low-speed maneuvering, the Phantom feels almost nimble, a word not often associated with cruisers of this size. The frame is a steel double cradle design that has seen only minor refinements over the years, and for good reason, it works. The rear suspension setup uses dual shocks with 5-position preload adjustability, letting you fine-tune the ride whether you're riding solo or with a passenger. The front suspension has been slightly revised in 2025 with improved damping to better handle road imperfections, especially in urban environments. The result is a bike that feels composed and planted across a wide variety of riding conditions. It won't carve canyons like a sport bike, but it doesn't have to. It glides, it cruises, and it carries itself with a confidence that's deeply satisfying. Braking duties are handled by a 296mm front disc with a twin-piston caliper, and a 180mm drum at the rear, a combination that may seem old-school but is perfectly adequate for a bike of this weight and power. However, Honda has updated the front caliper for better bite and reduced fade during prolonged braking. ABS is now standard in the 2025 model, a welcome addition for riders who appreciate that extra layer of safety, especially in wet or uncertain conditions. Wheels are spoked and blacked out, true to the bike's cruiser DNA, but the 2025 model rolls on wider Dunlop tires designed specifically for improved grip and durability. These new tires, coupled with Honda's refined suspension geometry, deliver a more stable ride, especially during cornering or sudden stops. The front uses a 120/90-17 setup, while the rear is a chunky 160/80-15, providing a muscular stance and solid road feel. One of the key updates for 2025 is the instrumentation. Gone is the dated analog speedometer, replaced by a compact, semi-digital unit that retains a retro-circular look but now includes a small LCD display. It shows trip info, fuel level, gear position, and even ambient temperature, small but appreciated touches. The layout is clean and legible, illuminated by a soft white backlight that adds a premium feel during night rides. Switchgear remains simple and tactile, and there's even a new hazard light function, a thoughtful nod to practical everyday use. Technology has never been the main selling point of the Shadow Phantom, but Honda knows the modern rider appreciates a little bit of convenience. For 2025, there's a discrete USB-C charging port mounted near the handlebars, perfect for keeping your phone alive during longer rides or navigation. Honda has also added a simple immobilizer key system to boost security, another thoughtful, practical touch that reflects how in tune the company is with real riders. But what truly sets the Shadow Phantom 750 apart is its vibe. It's not just about power or tech specs, it's about the feeling it gives you when you're on it. It's the way it looks when parked outside a roadside diner. The way it sounds when you downshift and roll through a quiet neighborhood. The way it responds when you're on a lazy Sunday ride with no particular place to be. It carries the timeless cruiser attitude without the weight of trying too hard. It's authentic. And in a world of increasingly aggressive, tech-packed motorcycles, the Phantom offers a kind of laid-back analog purity that's becoming rare. Customization potential is another quiet strength. The Shadow Phantom is a blank canvas in the best way. Want to turn it into a bobber? No problem. Looking to throw on some saddlebags and a windshield for longer tours? Go ahead. Honda even offers a line of factory accessories like mini-ape handlebars, backrests, and luggage racks that let riders fine-tune the look and functionality to match their style. In 2025, there's even a new Cafe Racer kit available through Honda's official accessories catalog, for those who want to blend cruiser comfort with a bit of urban flair. When it comes to pricing, Honda has managed to keep the Shadow Phantom 750 surprisingly attainable. The 2025 model is expected to retail around $8,599, positioning it as one of the most affordable midsize cruisers in its class. Given the quality of build, the proven reliability of the engine, and the Honda brand trust, that price makes the Phantom a tremendous value. It's a bike that offers long-term satisfaction without stretching your wallet too far, which makes it ideal for both new riders and veterans looking for a no-nonsense cruiser. Colors for 2025 include classic matte black metallic, a rich deep pearl gray, and a new colorway called Crimson Smoke, a deep, dark red that catches the light in a way that feels both sinister and elegant. Each version gets subtle badging and blacked-out trim pieces, keeping the overall design language cohesive and unmistakably Phantom. Honda's attention to detail is evident in the finishes, welds, and paint quality, which feel far more premium than the price tag might suggest. Thanks for riding with us today on Bike Culture Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom 750, don't forget to hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more honest, in-depth motorcycle reviews. Until next time, ride safe, ride free, and keep the culture alive.